Hi, welcome to Random Vibes with T. My name is Tanya, and my channel is about my transition into being a empty nester. I mentioned in my previous video that I'm on this journey of rediscovery, learning myself, and just getting out in the world as a empty nester, basically. I have a 16-year-old daughter that's in 11th grade, so within the next year and a half or so, she'll be off to college and doing her own thing. And I don't want to be one of those empty nesters that I have seen online or read about that's sitting at home lost with nothing to do. And because, we moms, parents, devoted our all of our time and energy to our kids, and then once they're gone out here living their life as they should, we seem lost. So I don't want to be that person. So instead of me waiting until she actually leaves the nest, I'm putting things in place now, so I'll be in a good place and I won't go through this dreaded separation anxiety. So in this phase in life, I am working on me as far as like pushing myself to do things that are outside of my comfort zone. And one of those things would be establishing new friendships. Um, Unfortunately for myself, I'm not a person that maintained a lot of friendships from school, middle school, high school, college, anything like that. During that part of my life, after those times, life was lifing. And between going through a divorce, taking care of my ailing mom until she passed, and just starting over, getting my footing, didn't have a lot of available time. So I did have people, inviting me places, wanted to do things, but um, at that phase in life, I just didn't have the time to devote to the friendship. And we know how the story goes. You are invited several times, you say no, or you can't make it, even if the reason is legit. You just become a person they stop asking. And I completely understand that. So fast forward to now, and out here trying to make friendships, it's been a challenge, very tasking. I have discovered. Um, I have run into women that are still in cliques, that still talk behind people's backs, that try to judge you or assess you based on the clothes that you're wearing, the purse you're carrying, the job that you have, the side of town that you live in, the type of house that you live in, type of car that you drive. It's just like, wow, I had no clue it was like this. You know, I don't come from that type of background where I judge people based on those materialistic things or status type of things. I base people on the quality of the person, their character, their nature, and their spirit, and things of that. And that's the type of friendships that I'm looking for. So um, it's not difficult for me meeting people since I have challenged myself to be a little more approachable, a little more outgoing. But it's once you get past that and you start spending time with people or just having conversations, you realize what I realized, that the character is not what I'm looking for. I don't like the talking behind people's back or just talking about people in general, especially if it's a coworker or someone that I've met at church, because those are basically the places that I have met people. Because I'm not in for the he say, she say, going back saying this and saying that, and all of the drama. I am a very straightforward person. Um, if I have issue or it's something I need to relate to a person, I'm a grown woman. I can just address that person, and we can have a conversation. It's no need for all of the talking behind one's back and all of that sort of thing. So I'm not about that. And So it's been a challenge, a little discouraging. But when I say what's meant for you is meant for you, um, and that God comes through, to my surprise, I was at the dealership last week having some service done to my vehicle. When I walked in, at like 9 something in the morning, thinking I was getting there quite early, it was a full house. And it was like three seats that were seemingly available. One of the seats had a purse in it, and the other two had cups sitting in front of them. So I asked the lady sitting there if she knew the people with the cups, if they had left the facility or were they still around. She didn't really know. So she said, but I could sit in the seat here. So she removed her purse and I sat down. And initially, I thought it would be the same thing that I experience quite often here in Virginia with women. You sit down, and the person tries their best not to make eye contact, tries their best to seem busy and preoccupied, so conversation doesn't have to occur. Excuse me. Since I've been challenging myself to be a little more outgoing and approachable, I have, taken the role of starting or trying to start conversations with people. To my surprise, I didn't have to do that. As I was about to start the conversation, this lady started it with me. Very, very lovely lady, very pleasant. Conversation was great. She's from New York. She's here in Virginia because her husband is military and they're stationed here for a few years. Excuse me, my allergies are killing me. My eyes may be a little red, so please disregard that. Um, and the conversation was good. Like I said, we talked about everything under the sun, from school to children to life experiences. That hour was very good, very nice. She was so surprised to know that I am originally from Virginia. Um, and I was like, yeah, she was totally surprised by that. At the end of the conversation, we exchanged numbers. We gave each other a quick little hug. And since then, we have been in communication. We have tentative plans for going to dinner, having a glass of wine, possibly listening to music. So I'm excited about that. What seemed to have been going so poorly for a while, it just takes just one little bright spot to just let me know that, hey, um, it's always light at the end of the tunnel. Don't give up. This is a journey. Keep keep pushing, keep striving to get where you need to be, to have the experiences that I'm looking to have. So yeah, um, I'm interested in knowing if you all have had difficulties in establishing new friendships. What type of things you ran into, what those experiences were, what tips that you may have for me, places I may go to meet some other people. So yeah, leave a comment down and give this video a thumbs up if it was something of interest to you. And I appreciate you taking the time out to take a look at this video. I wish you well. Until the next video.